Okay, next up is Howard Ratner. It's a pleasure to introduce Howard, someone who's contributed a lot to the industries, worked at Crossref, the establishment DOI, Clocks, the STM Future Lab, SSP, and now he's working on, sorry, that sounds a bit like a Lifetime Achievement Oscar introduction, doesn't it? And now he's working on another acronym that's being introduced into our industry, Chorus. Take it away, Howard.
Well, thank you, Terry. So Chorus, a clearinghouse for the open research of the United States, which is a solution for public access. So what is this really about? Well, first up this morning, we heard about this policy that came from the OSTP back in February 22nd. And here you had the agencies actually having to make sure that their content was freely available. So the publishers got together and said, well, we can do this. You don't have to do this yourself. We can actually help you with this. So Core Inc. was incorporated on October 1st. We are going to be a 501c3. We're here all about these goals that you see below. So we're going to provide public access to the manuscripts. So that's the first thing. That's the thing that we all already know how to do, right? We want to leverage the existing infrastructure that we already have. We want to preserve agency funds for the research. Don't waste agency funding. And then ultimately, because we're incorporated as Core Inc., we can provide for international scalability as well. We have some key stakeholders here. We've got the funding agencies, so we're going to help them identify and provide access. Authors, obviously, libraries, the public, et cetera. And again, no significant cost to the agencies. So first off, identification. Manuscript tracking system, EJP, ScholarOne, et cetera, grabs all the information. This is the grant information, so the grant ID, the grantor itself, feeds that into Crossref, and that then feeds FundRef. Then another part of it is preservation. So here, this is where the publisher feeds their document, as they do now, to Clocks, Portico, or perhaps another government-maintained archive. It could be a Bright archive, such as PubMed Central. These are things that we already know how to do. Then access. Well, again, you all know how to do this, right? So you could provide access after the recommended 12 months. So that's the first thing. And then it could also be that you might be following a gold open access model, in which case you could provide access immediately. And that could be the author manuscript, or it could be the full text. So then obviously this all leads to discovery. And so this is provided by our API. And so you can, again, find all the documents via your favorite search engine, could be Google, et cetera, or you could do text and document mining. So here's an example of what it would look like using the Chorus search. So here's where I'm searching on the US Department of Energy. This is then reading off of a taxonomy about 4,000 terms, which will be about 8,000 following next year. And we're going to wait, okay? So when you get this, what you'll see here is you get back all of the links. The links obviously are telling you what kind of funding was used for this research. The links are then following DOIs back to the publisher site. But on the left-hand side, you can see the breakdown of all the various different departments. And if you were to click on those, you can see various different things. But the API also powers things like the Department of Energy's own pages system, so they too can have a search engine. So again, it's the power of that API stuff that we were hearing earlier today. So, compliance. This is obviously a very important thing for Chorus, so we have the Chorus dashboard. This is layered on top of our API. So here you can see that we have actually a Chorus dashboard for each agency, in this particular case the DOE, but this API can also power other things as well. Here's what our DOE one looks like. You can see the number of deposits, you can see the number of records, you can also see what's been tested for public accessibility, and also what's in the archive. These are things that are configurable by the agency, and this is an important thing because the agency wants to know how they can be compliant. So here's our schedule. Here's what we've been doing. Obviously, right now, we're in our pilot stage. It's going really well. We've got 7 publishers that are contributing content daily to the system. We're going to wrap up our pilot at the end of this year and then just take a pause and then go into production. So what do you need to do? Well, it's very simple. Basically, all you got to do is become a Crossref member, sign up for FundRef, et cetera, and go right through it. And so here's our live services. I'm going quickly, I know. But all of this is live today, so you can see our dashboards. You can see our search engines. You can see that we've got 13,000 records that are live today. We've got 80 publishers and growing. And it's all about identification, discovery, access, preservation, and compliance. 5 things. And I am done. Thank you.